Hello, everyone. I'm Chester44, also known as Falai, and welcome to this Let's Play of Citizen Sleeper. Last episode, we've almost finished a few more paths, including finishing one at last. One of the three possible endings. Specifically, we had to make a choice whether to join the gardener and the and the massive AI here in the Greenway, or stay and continue being us. We chose to stay because otherwise it would end the game. But we still have other things to do. For starters, we still have a ship we need to repair. Bliss's ship, up here in the hub. And it'll be another 4 cycles before that leaves, and we'll see that. So, this seems to be the best option here. Is that actually giving me money? No, I was wrong. Refresh. Here's another 5. And I can do patch solar sails here with 100% positive. Alright. We're almost done with that. I am going to use this one to just rest in here, sunbathe. That works. Repair myself with this. And end of the cycle. I will need to go get more scrap, which fortunately I know where to scavenge more, which is something I am definitely going to do. Ooh, those are good. Those are some good rolls. Alright, untangle the sails. Let's give this a try. Rigged and ready. That's it, you are done. Somehow the end is here. You delicately spin the spur, unwinding the sailcloth without it tearing. Bliss thumps you on the arm, she's impressed. The atmosphere in the airlock is euphoric. You and Bliss keep grinning at each other like idiots. Exhausted, blinded, sore, and aching idiots. Sleeper, that was incredible! She punches you on the arm. I never thought we were going to make it. Those idiots tangled the whole thing up like nothing I've ever seen. We make a good team. Bliss smiles a winning smile. As the lock's inner door clunks open, Moritz gives a rare whoop. He looks exhausted too, and for good reason. Moritz has been the one ferrying tools and parts back and forth from the ship. His tired smile tells you he's glad it's done. Sleeper, Bliss. Impressive. When I saw that ship come in, I thought there was no way. Why, thank you, Moritz, for believing in us. Moritz rolls his eyes. You know what I mean. Take the compliment. He shoulders some of the gear that came back in with you and Bliss and heads to the racks to stow it. Bliss turns to you. I think you should be the one to do the honors. She nods to the ragged-looking console that Moritz assembled. I don't want to jinx it. She smiles, but you can see she's genuinely nervous. Don't worry. I'll stop worrying when the chits are in my hands, and I'm giving them to a gimbal bartender. You slide over to the console and check the screen. It takes a second to see what you are doing through the flickering cracked display, but after a moment, you see the accounts. And there it is. Almost 1,000 cryos sat in the base transfer account. Well, have we been screwed again? It's there. Bliss kicks off from the floor and spins up into the bay, shouting as she does. The noise takes Moritz by surprise, and he knocks a rack of parts, scattering handfuls of metal fixings across the bay. The sight is something, glinting steel catching the work lights like glitter. Sorry, I needed that. She kicks off and joins you at the terminal. Moritz even managed to sell that produce. We made a tidy profit. Eventually. Here. She loads a stack of blank chits into the terminal and transfers a chunk of the cryo to them. This is your cut. Bliss hands you the chits. Thank you for believing in this place, even when I couldn't. When you first met me, I was on the edge of giving up. All it would have taken was one more push, but now this place is sparking again. Work is coming in. There are funds in the accounts. Even Moritz has a spring in his step. You both look over at him, happily racking up tools. And that's because of you. He likes you. He's a good kid. He isn't bad, is he? You know he came here looking to rob the place? I gave him a job instead. Oh, don't tell him I told you that. I just thought it might help you understand the kid. Moritz turns to look at you, and both Bliss and you awkwardly wave. Maybe it's time to change the subject. So what now? From here on out, it's going to be a little easier. I'm going to look for some component contracts, stuff that will keep us inside the bay, not out in the black. No need to risk our necks if we don't need to. You want to cash out? That's fine. But there will always be work for you here when you need it. I appreciate it. She smiles and then, out of nowhere, quickly gives you a hug. She steps back and glances around reflexively. Take care, she says softly. You too. You turn to leave. And Sleeper? Yes? Don't spend that all at once. 300! That is impressive. And we got an upgrade point from that. And what do we got here? Moritz has heard Bliss speaking with someone remotely. Is there another job coming in? Interesting. And the Bay is taking on low-scale repair contracts now. Moritz is happy to offload some of the work to you. Huh. Interesting. Well, with nothing else to do for 6 cycles or so, I think I'm going to spend a while just gathering up resources, since I can. Which includes a load of this. I'm pretty sure I'm going to need a lot of scrap, especially because it can help repair me. Right, that's that 2 scrap done. Isn't there... I wonder if that ship has come back in. 1 more cycle and they'll both be in. Nice. Okay, so I'm actually set on money for quite a while. I'll buy more scrap when I get a chance, but for now, I'm just going to be spending time in order to, you know, stay up and stay alive. Alright, throw a couple scrap in there. And I'm basically going to focus on regaining scrap. It'll be another... Actually, yeah, I will need to stop over there, but it'll be another 3 cycles before I get what I need. Before we complete the 2nd sequence. And then a few more cycles after that for the 3rd. So, I am going to gather up as much scrap as I can here. Well, then again, now that I think about it, I can actually go ahead and harvest things now at the aviary. I may as well. There we go, now I have enough club heads. May as well go ahead and make 1, even though I don't really need it. Rico chats with you about recent events while she prepares a stabilizer. You always enjoy these visits. And I have a lot of stabilizer now. And now I can go ahead and buy what I want from here. Let's see, buy some scrap. Do that a few times. Hey, another ship mine fragment. If I get a 3rd, I'll be able to build a ship mine, which I'm probably not going to need for anything. I mean, I could buy a piece here, but do I really need one? Not really. I have plenty of money. If I happen to gather one, I will. But for now, I'm pretty good. Right, and the cycle. I'll buy some food next chance I get. And with these good rolls, I should probably do more harvesting. There we go, and now I'm going to need to get up more of these. Which will take a while. I think what I'll do is use the 4 here. That gave me a scrap. Those are 2 singles. Well, I'm going to use them up here. Get myself back on fresh with this. There we go. I think we'll get that final thing with the ship now. Oop, I forgot to actually rest. Some decent rolls. I believe we can say bye to the ship here. Yep, Lem and Mina. There is a crowd, but you spot Lem and Mina immediately as you enter the dock. They are anchored, like everyone else, along the viewing platform, watching the final stages of the Sidereal Horizon's loading and preparation. Lem? He turns and searches nervously through the faces to see who called. Then he spots you and a weak smile passes across his face. You move up and join him on the platform. We decided to come watch in the end. He nods at a sleepy-looking Mina whose bright eyes are locked on the yellow hull of the Sidereal Horizon. Meanie wouldn't let me stay away. I'm glad. Lem smiles again. I wasn't sure if I'd see you up here. Mina turns to you and flashes a small smile, too. You 3 watch the ship for a while in the same hushed state as most of the crowd. All the anger seems to have faded out of those who didn't make the crew. Perhaps down in the low end the tambour is full of angry workers drunkenly denouncing Celes, but up here the atmosphere is reflective, somewhere between a funeral and a ritual. You seem to have a lot on your mind, friend. Lem puts a hand on your shoulder. Want to tell me what's been bothering you? I'm worried about you. Us? He reflexively strokes Mina's head. Don't worry about us. He turns away from the ship to face you. If you think this is the worst we've been through, then you are wrong. Lem puts Mina down beside him. She kicks off, glides to the viewing window, and presses her nose against it. You know, there's been plenty of cycles where I thought Mina would be better off without me. Who am I to decide her life for her, to drag her through all this? But when I see her smiling, I see her dealing with things, making fun out of nothing. It reminds me that she's the one dragging me through. This is her world now, and who am I to decide if it isn't good enough for her? You ever hear of the 3-body problem? Vaguely, but let's say no. It's a physics thing. The idea is that once you have 3 bodies moving in space, affecting each other, the results cannot be predicted. It's chaos. Lem starts trying to demonstrate with his hands, wheeling them around each other as he speaks. That's how I see us. Me, Mina, and, well, you now. We are all bodies in space, and we can't see how that's going to work out for us. But the important thing is we are all affecting each other, right? It's not just one of us calling the shots, making the decisions, shaping the others. Each one is equal, pushes and pulls, and is pushed and pulled in turn. And maybe there are other bodies too, right? The Eye, Esther a few units down, other kids, other systems. Hell, the whole Hellion solar system's itself. And some of these bodies have bigger forces, bigger effects. But none of them, not one, can really dictate the movement of the others. So the whole thing keeps spinning and going, and in the middle of it is us 3, and everything we do has an effect. A real effect in the system, on each other. And if we move together, push together, hell, maybe the effect can grow. Maybe chaos can help us. He stops suddenly, noticing how rapid his speech has become. He drops his hands to his sides. Well, that's it. I understand. Lem nods and turns back to watch Mina as the docking clamps release on the Sidereal Horizon. A tremor goes through the watching crowd, but no one speaks. Mina, suddenly scared, kicks off from the windows and glides back into your arms. She settles there, the lack of gravity meaning you can't feel her weight, only the grip of her small hands on your clothes. Then the sidereal horizon leaves, the spectacle of a vast machine doing the job it was built to do, hypnotizing half the crowd into stunned silence. But despite the scale of the endeavor, and your part in it, you can't feel proud, or even impressed. What you see instead, as Mina clings onto you for comfort, is that same system Lem just described for you. In it, the sidereal and the Celis Foundation are as vast as a sun, around which millions of other bodies orbit. Their scale is terrifying, and the breadth of their influence impossible to conceive. Yet here, in this small, nested system of Lem, of Mina, of you, of the Eye with its orbits and transits, and the people that are linked to it, those vast forces can be countered. They shift you, yes, and the people around you, but they do not negate the pull of friendship, the orbits of community. As the sidereal moves away from the dock, you think of the bodies on it, those thousands of cryo-sleepers that, like the person you once were, have given themselves over to that system. You imagine each of them has their reasons, their dreams, their fears, but you worry for them. You worry that they have shackled themselves to something so much bigger than themselves that it would crush them without a thought. The thought makes you bring Mina closer, holding her too. And as you do, Lem puts an arm around you both. And you stand together like that for a while, until the bright spots of the sidereal horizon's drives have faded into the dark, and it is time to go home. And that is the second ending that is possible here. With this, we can stay on the station again. The other option would have been to take the tickets and actually go and leave on the sidereal horizon, or give them the tickets and right on the doorstep. Right on the doorstep as they're about to leave, turn back and let the two of them leave on their own and separate this, which is a sad thing to do. A strange choice. Castor stands beside you at the rail, watching the pinpricks of light from the sidereal horizon's drives disappear. But perhaps not unexpected. You turn to look, and Castor is beaming at you with an unsettling warmth. Aren't you angry? About what? He squeezes your shoulder. I only wish for you to exercise that strong drive of yours. If it happens to align with my own, then that is pleasing to me. But if it does not, I cannot punish you. What about the sidereal? Castor looks out to the stars. I will do my best to follow its progress. Celis itself is of more concern. Sender Celis has taken a step back from the public eye. It seems some internal struggles are playing out within their pristine halls. But I doubt core politics are of much concern to you. Castor moves along the rail. The Eye, though. That seems to be your primary concern. Am I right? It is my home. Then we are fellow residents! This place has been a good home for me. Though like all places, it has its phases. Do not idle here too long, sleeper, unless you wish to be once again caught in the movement of systems much bigger than yourself. Castor turns and starts to clunk away in his mag boots. I will be keeping an eye on you if you don't mind, sleeper. He waves as he walks. My curiosity remains piqued. Once he leaves, you stay a little longer at the rail, watching the stars. Thinking about all those people out on the sidereal horizon, drifting towards an unknown future. Well, that seems to be the end of that. Only one upgrade point. The only other thing to do is bring the mushrooms over, but we still have 3 more cycles to finish up with Bliss's Bay. I'm gonna try and go through those quickly, as we're close to finishing. These cycles should be quick and easy to get through. Excuse me. Once again, since I am +2 here, I can get these easily. And cycle that. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of scrap here. This is fantastic. And now I am going to use this in order to get some more of this. There we go. Put that in. And end the cycle. Alright, 2 cycles left. I can use this in order to do another one of these. And with that, I can plant this again. There we go, that's growing. Ooh, those are some good rolls. I'll go ahead and toss this in. I feel like I might need more grove spores, so I'm going to salvage more of those. May as well. I feel like the more spores I have, the better. And this will go right into here. Nice. A bit repair. Ooh, some nice rolls. Do I have... Has it been the number of cycles I need yet, or do I need to go one more? I might need to go one more. One more cycle. I can do that. I am going to gather up some more spores. That's a nice bit. I have 9 spores, which is plenty. Gather up more scrap here. Sounds like a good idea to me. There we go. And the Haifa Commune. Work assignment. And another repair. And you know what? I don't know how long this last one will take, so I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. Next episode, we'll rest, and then see what's going to go on in Bliss's Bay. That'll be in the next episode. So, until then, I am Chester44, also known as Falai. This has been a Let's Play of Citizen Sleeper, and I shall see you all next time.